congratulations on the win and a great performance.
Thank you.
When you look at this fight and the first fight, how did it play out differently, and were you surprised at anything that happened in there tonight?
I guess not surprised. Yeah, he did. We obviously the first fight, like I can get technical, I guess. Won't be facing him anytime soon, but like obviously I turned, as you will see, as I was circling, went to do that, and he learned to cut off straight away. But again, everyone's just like, oh yeah, he's got to learn to cut off. I said, okay, well, I'll just go the other way. You know what I mean? Or I'll do something else. So he ended up struggling a little bit going the other way. I did want to grapple more. I thought I could have, grabbed the hold of him. He felt pretty strong. I'm like, oh, okay, won't bother. Jumped the ghillie for a bit of a laugh. Didn't work, but yeah, it was all good though. Yeah, like he's tough, man. He's tough, strong. If anything surprised me, it's probably strength. He seemed stronger this camp.
So I was going to ask you about that, because it seemed like some of those shots you got in, we got him really deep, and he was able to sort of shrug you off much easier than I thought. Not easier, but much better than I thought he was going to be able to. Was that the entire game plan, was to grapple and take him down and maybe land some ground and pound, or was it just you were going to find it out in the moment?
I mean, we were going to find it out. Obviously, we wanted to take it down, and the idea was to the main focus, take minimal damage. You know what I mean? 37-year-old man. I don't need to be taking damage. You know, the first fight we had, I was in a lot of pain. You know, I wanted to have a quick turnaround. I couldn't, because there was a lot of things, that I had to recover from in that fight. Yeah. So it's all good. You know, it was mate, just to go out there and do what I did. Was again at this age, 37 years old, just to win, right, is an awesome feeling. And then to do it here in Sydney. Not only that, to defend your belt at 37 here in Sydney in front of your family and friends, it's incredible.
I mean, we were obviously, I think everyone was waiting for the walkout, right, to see what the vibe was going to be like. It lived up to it.
So it did, right? Like it felt good. I just don't know idea.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
When you walked out, and you're taking in that moment, because I saw you were smiling, you were looking around, you seemed to really want to take in that moment.
Of course.
Is it easy for you, obviously, as the guy that you are, to switch into fight mode right away, or did you have to sort of say to yourself, like, okay, let's not get carried away here, there's still a job to do?
No, I don't need to do that now. Like I used to always not let myself do that. I've got to, stay composed and all this, don't want to get too much. Then I started getting to a point where I'll do that, I'll be like, oh, I can't do this, and then I'll be too chill in there. I'll be in there like, wait, am I fighting? Like it was like literally like that. So now I'm like, bring it on. Give me the energy as much as you want. Fire me up, I need it. So it's all good. I can really soak it all in, and I was able to do that. It was cool. Yeah, so it was a few different times I got to work the crowd, and we bounced off each other pretty good, so it was cool. Yeah,
you've already made your claim to who you want next, either Lerone or Movsar. Whoever wins that fight should be coming
I'm an easy champ to understand, man. Like if you deserve it, you're next.
You mentioned that last time you wanted a quick turnaround, but you were a little bit sore. Yeah. How are we feeling today? And do we think maybe you can convince those guys to turn around quickly and get in there?
I mean, I took way less damage in this one. Obviously, he still had some of his moments. There are a couple of things that are even in camp that we're going to look at anyway. So you take care of those things, and but it should be fine.
Congratulations, mate.
Cheers.
Volk, obviously, congratulations on the win, but you said previously you wanted to offer your people a moment, create them a memory. Are you happy with what you did tonight?
I mean, just a win here in Sydney, that's the moment. That's all they needed, right? Just a walkout is the moment. We've got fight of the night. I've got to watch the fight back. I thought I could have done more in there. I definitely thought I could have done more in there, but at the same time, do I need to do more in there when I'm the champ? 37, he's the guy that's meant to be this aggressive young guy. How much more aggressive should I be? You know what I mean? Should I, play that game? That's why I watch it back. I felt like I was being patient, just picking my shots here and there. And I didn't expect fight of the night, so I'll watch it back and see how it was.
Friday, you told me this walkout would be better than the one against Islam. How did it feel?
I don't know. I'm going to have to watch it back. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I know you were there. What do you reckon? It was better? You reckon it was better? There you go. I worked them out for a bit longer too, you know what I mean? Like I got them, they were singing, got them popping, went in there, got them popping again, you know what I mean? Worked the octagon, got them popping again, you know what I mean? It was good. You just got to know how to work them. So it was good. We were vibing off each other pretty good, so I was pretty happy with that. What are you laughing at? Popping? The pop, is that what we're laughing at? Oh, I thought it was good. Cheers.
Just one for me,
yes.
Champ. How important is for you to have more title defense than Jose Aldo and maybe become the greatest of all time in the featherweight division? Is it something that's matter for you?
I'm not chasing title defenses, and it's like, yes, all of that stuff. I just want to keep winning. keep getting them good paychecks. Yeah, that's going to build the legacy. I'm not trying to outdo Aldo, or it's got nothing to do with that. For me, it's just win and just be successful. You know what I mean? I've got a family to look after, and whatever I do to be successful, I'm happy.
Alex, obviously, just over here.
Yeah.
How are you? Diego sort of struggled to walk into the back after the fight. He
Yeah.
threw some really good leg kicks. How important were the leg kicks going into this fight for you as a part of the game plan?
We knew he would throw some, especially if I was going to turn to his power side. But yeah, I'll throw a bit. I think it was more the last round. He ended up kicking. I think he might have kicked my elbow. I can feel that as well. But and I can't remember if it was my leg or my elbow. But he done something, and then when he went to stand on it, so I think he buckled his foot. Obviously, I was already ahead, but I knew we needed that round, and I seen him buckling. He was struggling to put weight on it, but I was like, I could maybe do more here. But then I'm like, I think it was his front leg, his lead leg. So I was like, he can still sit. I'm pretty calculated. So I was like, he can still carry his weight on that back foot if he really wants to sit some big shots. So I was like, I won't get too carried away. Like I was thinking, can I capitalize on that? I'm like, I could by doing what I'm doing. Maybe a takedown. Like I thought, the takedown would probably be a bit easier now, rather than being like, I'm going to just go for it because he only needs the back leg for that. So, I didn't get too careless.
There was an iconic sort of moment when you were on top of him and the crowd was cheering, right?
It was an interesting position,
but then you were sort of going back and forth with the crowd. And
Yeah.
what was going on in your mind there? Because this is like towards the end of the fight. You kind of know, all right, I got this down in the crowd. It's just already celebrating.
I knew he probably needed something big. So even when he had me and he took my back, I was like, I don't know where people are like, no, panic. I wasn't panic. I was like going, well, this is, you ain't going to finish me here. Like, I'm pretty confident in my submission defense. I've proved that plenty of times. So I knew I'd eventually get on top there. And then he went for the arm. He went for anyway, he went for the arm. I won't get into it, but he went for the arm, and I was like, sweet. And then at one point, I was like, got to be careful here. But then I got out, and I'm like, all right. And then we got there, and again, I knew I was like, I could just chill here and try and land a couple of shots, have a bit of laugh, work the crowd. Get him popping. There you go. For you, Arabella. You missed that. Get the crowd popping again. You missed it.
Just the last one. Just the last one for me. Obviously, it does look like maybe it's going to be Mosa fighting, Murphy. But you like to stay active. There's, Jean Silva out there. I know Arman Tsarukyan wants a crack at it as well. If those guys are, maybe healing up because they still have to have this fight, would you be open to potentially fighting sooner against like a Jean Silva or a Arman Tsarukyan to stay active and keep the momentum going?
I mean, as I said, I'm an easy champ to understand. I'll talk to the UFC if that's what they want. As long as, look, I feel bad enough, I feel bad enough that like there's guys that probably deserved it and had to wait, even though they're going to eventually get it. Do I keep want to make them late and just, again, so I've got a responsibility. I talk about having a responsibility as a champion. I don't think enough champions look at it that way. For me, I look at it as a responsibility. There's rankings for a reason. There's people that deserve it. If someone does get in, I'll be active enough to still give the people that deserve it a chance anyway, so I don't have to wait too long. But I mean, if I'm just going to keep letting other people just cut the line, I'm not really doing my part either. So I'll talk to the UFC, see what they say. But for me, again, I'm an easy champ. I understand at the end of the day, if the UFC just push it or whatever, all right. But we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Volk, just on the back. Sorry. Just on the back of that, you're talking about you're an easy champ to work with and stuff like that. There's a lot of talk going into this one about a new deal. Just curious if you in the UFC did manage to come to a new deal. Did you get a nice pay rise? Did Ash Castro do his job?
Laddie, we did, again, there's going to be a lot of talks. Obviously, you can't get into much of it, but yes, they looked after us. So it's, it was good. Very thankful to be in the position, not only to, it was hard work to get this, believe it or not. I don't know if you know, but it wasn't easy getting the event here in Sydney. As you can see, back-to-back weeks of numbered events. There's a reason for that. It was like the only time we could do that here, and everyone did their part to make that happen. Obviously, for the Australian market, for me, so I'm very thankful. We did negotiate and all that sort of stuff. Very thankful, and blessed to be where I am. Got fight of the night as well. On the new fight of the night bonuses and all that. Pretty cool. I can get my bobcat now, from my farm. So looking forward to that. But yeah, unless there's sponsors out there that want to jump on board, and then we don't have to buy a bobcat. I'll buy the missus the purse. Good, mate. How are you guys?
Well, mate. Look, you've spent 10 rounds with Diego now. Is that still on?
Yeah, still on.
Mate, you've landed some really hard shots over those 10 rounds, and the bloke just never goes away. He's got an incredible chin. Do you think to yourself, what do I have to do to stop this bloke?
I mean, he's just got that chin. Can that chin last forever? No, he can't have that style. But he did make a few different changes. He tried to work a few things. You know, he was flicking the kicks out, trying to work cut off a bit better. He was doing some different things, shooting as well. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? He's still got a pretty well-rounded game when it comes to knowing everything, all aspects. But he's going to get better at putting it all together, and then he won't have to rely on just that chin sooner or later. But it's always going to be dangerous when you're that type of guy. It's just unfortunate that he had to fight me for the two title fights. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, I know how to work the octagon, footwork. I can do all these things and take advantage of that with him. A lot of the other guys won't be able to do that for 25 minutes. They won't be able to make the adjustments that I can. So it's unfortunate because if he had to 10 rounds with anyone else, they ain't doing what I did for them 10 rounds. So he's just, you know, it's unfortunate in a sense. You know, he'll be back. You know, he's still young enough. He'll be back. Obviously, we won't be able to turn around too quick, but he kept doing his thing. Like, he's a gamer. The reason why he got a shot straight away is because he gets back in there, fights anyone, anywhere, anytime. You keep doing that, the UFC will favour him eventually anyway, so he'll get another chance.
And we've seen you in the back with Colby on the beers already. You look like you're in better physical shape than you were in Miami after the fight. So are you looking forward to finally celebrating with the friends and family tonight?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, I guess I can. Last time I was in some pain. I wanted a quick turnaround. I couldn't. You know, there was a lot of things that went in, and you got the concussions, eye stuff with the eyes, and there was a lot that went in. Obviously, a few nigglies. I don't think anything too serious. We had a couple of things in camp that we're going to have to, as I said, won't get too much into it. I'll look after them, see what we can do. So probably can't be too quick of a turnaround. But in saying that, like, I'm talking, you know, a couple of weeks off, just get back into it. Cheers. Volk.
Hey, Volk.
Yep.
First off, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Your legacy is already cemented in the UFC as the greatest featherweight of all time. But I want to talk about an Australian sporting perspective. Like, when it's all said and done, your name's going to be up there with the likes of Don Bradman, Dawn Fraser, Rod Laver, as, you know, when people think of Australian sportsmen, they think of you. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on your name being up there with some of the greatest sportsmen that this country's ever produced.
No, man, look, I don't look at it that way, you know. Like, you know, for me, I just keep doing my thing, and yeah, you hear that, like, you hear people like throw things like that out. It's like pretty cool because, you know, that sounds very special. But for me, I'll just keep doing my thing and let that speak for itself and let people do the talking. I ain't the one to sit there going, I should be here, should be there. You know, people have, as I've said, I've always been the underdog. I've always looked at it like everyone doubts me and counts me out. And when I hear people say these things, it means a lot. But for me, it's just, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Very, very blessed to be where I am, and I'll just keep doing my thing. You all good? You? Yeah, you hot or something. Like, look, I was like, you look mad, or I didn't know if you were angry. I'm like, am I saying stuff that's revving him up, or I didn't know what was going on?
And just on fighting in Sydney, obviously, your next fight, not sure when it's going to be, but how hard are you going to fight to try and get another fight here, or at least before your career ends?
I mean, to be able to fight again here in Australia would be incredible. And, I mean, when you get turnouts like that, you know, I think the UFC would love to do that, would love to bring it back here. So we'll see, you know what I mean? Like, can it be my next one? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So,
are they looking at another Arabella? Is there leak anything? Anyone know? Any whispers? Okay. Oh, go on. All right, I'm going to let you know, actually. So,
congrats on the win, and go the Dragons.
Thank you. Go to Dragons.
Volk, just down here.
Yes.
Just one from me. In the third Max fight, you really pitched a shutout. In the second Diego fight, you've pitched a shutout. What is it that happens with you in rematches where you have the full time to kind of prepare? What is it that you figure out?
Just, I don't know, man. I'm just that guy. Again, what separates me with most of the people, I always talk about, I ain't the most athletic guy in the world, but I got all the right stuff. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that never shies away from a challenge. You know what I mean? there's no real secret to success. I'm the guy that will do what everyone doesn't want to do, and because I'm doing that every day, it makes everything else easy. And then, and when I say makes everything else easy, it makes adjustments easy. It makes adversities, getting through adversities easy. All that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? There's going to be chaos. A lot of people can't handle chaos. I put myself through chaos every camp. You know what I mean? I'm used to this. You know what I mean? I make that the norm. And then, you know what I mean? So whenever there's challenges in front of me, I'm going to find a way. You know, if you're that type of guy, you're going to try and find a way. Every time there's any adversity through camp or through training, you find a way. You problem solve every single time. That's just going to get easier and easier every time there's a problem in front of you. So obviously when you've got a rematch, there's problems in front of you, and I do them better than most people.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Volk.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You've touched on your age a few times. How has your preparation changed as your career's gone on?
Yeah, I mean, I had to pull it back a little bit. You know what I mean? You ain't going to do... Everyone knows that, again, I wouldn't be where I am if I wasn't the guy I was. When I talk about, I put myself through it. You know what I mean? I did for many years. You know what I mean? I talk about there's people that, are going to be like, oh, he's doing too much. I did too much for so many years. I pushed the boundaries. I still push the boundaries for my age, but at the same time, that boundary is probably that little bit lower. It can be detrimental if I do too much. But just trying to find that perfect balance where I'm still pushing that boundary, still flirting with that boundary. I keep saying boundary, you know what I mean. I'm still flirting with it, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people are going, oh, maybe pull back. I'm like, no, I'm getting forward. We're all right. If I do too much, maybe I don't get to the fight, you know what I mean? So, I'm just finding that right line. So we did pull it back a little bit. The intensity was there. Maybe the volume dropped back a little bit. But yeah, just again, got an incredible team around me, from the coaching, from game plans, from the physio, strength and conditioning, dietitians, you name it. You know, people just understanding my body. You know, you've got your coaches that just know, like, I'm going to push my body through it, and then they're going to be like, pull up a little bit. I'm like, all right, I can accept that. You know what I mean? I'm the type of guy that, I got to go. You know, I refuse to not train. But then someone goes and we need to, all right, I can accept that. That's another thing that some people can't do. A lot of people just want to be a bulldog in there, or like they just want to go. And they can't handle not going as well. But sometimes you need to know, you need to adapt. There's going to be times where it could be detrimental if you do too much. Can you mentally tell yourself, ease up, you're going to be fine. You might have to miss the week here because of this, but that's just going to put us in a better position next week. Accept that. And being able to accept that is something that I've been able to do with the team around me, with my headspace, my mentality. And that's why I'm always succeeding. And that's why I'm still doing what I am at 37 years old.
Speaking of a part of the team, you're a big family man.
Mm-hmm.
Retirement's been on people's lips a lot this week. You've made it clear you're not ready to retire yet. But how do those conversations go at home as kind of you get a bit older?
I mean, minimal damage, right? Like that's what I mean. Like he still landed some shots. I watched the fight back, but I feel much better, so it's all good. That's something that I'm worried about. Like I don't want my family to have to see me taking too much damage. It's going to come down to that as well. How much damage we're taking. Obviously, there's going to be damage in the gym as well. But we'll see. So we'll just keep going. Obviously, feel great, and I told you my plans weren't to retire after this one. A lot of people thought, in Sydney it's going to be his moment to hang the gloves, but nah, we're all good. We'll keep going. We'll see where we go.
And speaking of your team, there was a
swap
swap
out. Take
out.
advantage of that new contract. You know what I mean?
Eugene Behrman wasn't in your corner tonight. That's a change. Was it kind of a noticeable difference not having him there?
Oh, no, he's still in the team. It's just obviously he's busy with his team. We've got Brad Riddell. Again, we've got this big team. You know what I mean? We sort of just move around the parts how we need to. You've got there's even our team. We've got a massive team with so much knowledge. So some people are like, oh no, yeah, Brad's done a lot of work with you. He's going to go in there. He's doing a great job, and that's good. Like we all communicate. We all got a group chat. All fight week, all camp. You're just sitting there communicating. It's just It's not really here someone has to be there. It's just depends on who can be there and who will and whatnot. So we just make them decisions as we go.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to get your response from Jean Silva. He's basically said that he's going to do a camp with Ilia Topuria to break you. So I just wanted your response to that.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, Okay. I don't know. I think he's a bit upset about the roofie thing, but I mean, like, you know, I don't think there was anything more than the fact that, like, you've got Roofy, who's a part of Engage Industries at the moment, AP management, and, like, we connected sort of through that, did a bit of training there, and, you know, he's obviously a very good guy, incredible guy, one of the nicest guys you ever meet, and obviously just wanted to work on these things, so I was always going to work with him. I know Rafa, so it was tough because I know Rafa as well, but at the same time, I was always going to work with Roofy, and I think John Silver took that to heart. Supposedly, I don't know if it's real that they're not following each. Like, he doesn't follow Roofy anymore. I don't know. It shouldn't be like that. It's nothing like that. It's not like we're, you know, I don't know why he's getting so butthurt about that. But yeah, man, Roofy. You know what? I will tell you something. I don't know. Well, are they allowed to say? I don't even know if he's not like a Roofy. Like, again, Rafa and Roofy. I knew that was going to be an incredible fight, but put it this way, we are lucky that Roofy even turned up this week. If you knew the half the stuff that he went through. He had influenza, like legit influenza A, like at the start of the week, like crazy fevers. I didn't even think he would be able to do the weight cut. So I was like, oh man, like, so we've got to mentally try and get him through that. And then he had some troubles even today, big troubles today, and couldn't move. But, you know, just told him that he's got to mentally get himself in there, got himself around it, and then was able to go and do what he does against someone like Rafa. Incredible, man. Like a very, very... you know, a lot of respect for him to just even turn up tonight. So I thought I'd just throw that out there because if he's new, he'd probably blow out. Yep.
An hour and a half south, there's a city full of people who have supported you through your whole UFC career. What can you say to the support you've received
For the gong? I reckon half of them are here tonight. I reckon they travelled, yeah? But yeah, obviously the support's always been incredible over there. I love it back home. I'll never leave the place. But yeah, it's always good. It's always good when you hear him out of, I don't know, what they say? They say Wingdang today? They did say Wingdang, yeah. You know, out of Wingdang, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty cool, you know. And even just a fight here in Sydney, it's pretty much around the corner for everyone back home. So I know the tickets were expensive, but and I apologise to everyone back home that did make it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the show. Hope it was worth it.
Volk, can I just ask quickly? Obviously, he had his one moment in the third round where he caught you there. Can I just ask what sort of was going through your head in that moment?
I was all right. I was all there. You know, it wasn't like I was like, oh, where am I? So it was all good. I think obviously catch, whether it's just that flash and your feet just lose it a little bit. I think I seen the replay actually, so I seen my feet sort of get caught. Obviously, it wasn't a trip. It was from the punch as well, but I think it was just a bit of both. So obviously, whether it was a bit of a flash, but I was all right by the time. I didn't even think much of it. I remember feeling it, but knowing that I was all good, I was like, shit, that ain't going to look good. And that's all I thought of it.
Was there something you did wrong there that then you had to readjust? So
I'll have to watch. I'll have to watch it, you know what I mean? I can't remember. So yeah, just a part of the game, man.
And then do you think Arman Saryukian's call-out is legit, or do you think it's just part of his...
I think, probably, I don't know. I don't know. He's not too tall. He's a solid dude. Can he make 145? I don't know. I'm not sure. But again, if for me, you know, everyone knows I'll fight anyone, anywhere. You know, he's obviously would be a great challenge. But I'm not taking that serious because, you know, maybe it's just, you know, he should be fighting for the title, right? Like, he's the one that should have probably been there, so maybe he's just thrown out there for a bit of a laugh, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I'm not going to pay too much attention to that till I know it's serious. I know I've got two serious guys in Lerone Murphy and Movzar, so I'll just really worry about them until someone says otherwise.
And who do you think wins that fight if they fight those two?
Lerone Murphy... got good, you know, got good footwork. He can fight the right fight. I just think Movzar ends up grabbing hold. I think he's going to be stronger. I think Movzar takes that. But, I mean, it would be an interesting fight. You know, if anyone can work a good game plan to keep him on the outside and make it hard for Movzar, Lerone could do that. But if I had to pick someone, it would probably be Movzar.
Two more game. 1, 2.
Firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
There's been so much talk about your legacy. How would you like to be remembered, both as a fighter and a person, when it's all over?
Just a good dude, man. Just, you know, like, that's something I'm most proud of. People ask, your greatest accomplishment. I'm like, I don't know, you know, it's not, you don't really want to talk about yourself now, but think I've been the same person I was through my whole career, and I'm proud of that. You know, a lot of people are going to lose themselves, and you know. But for me, it's just, yeah, I'm proud that I was, you know, I forget that I'm champion. I do all this stuff half the time. I really do, you know. So it's pretty cool. It's a weird one, but like, that's something I'm most proud of. It hasn't really gone through my head. I forget about it sometimes. So I think that's something I'm most proud of.
Phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
When all is said and done, when you reflect back on today, where will this rank in your career?
I'm going to have to watch it back, have a feel for it. Obviously, I feel like it's going to be up there. I got fight of the night as well, so like, you know, it's a... You know, whether it's just all the other fights sucked, I don't know. I'll watch the fight. Hopefully it was a fun fight and we still gave the crowd what they wanted. I know the walkout was mad. Love that. I mean, as just fighting here in Sydney, incredible. We'll see. I'll have to take a look at it all and all that. Like, it's a pretty good feeling. I'm pretty wrapped at the moment.
And you're
every win at this age, man, doing what I'm doing this far into my career is fucking pretty good, man, and I'm pretty proud of it. So it's going to always rank up there.
And you're currently 2-0 against opponents who you've sung at press conferences. Is that something we'll see you continuing to do?
Yeah, maybe, you know what I mean? Why not? I don't mind dropping a note here and there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Is that us? All right, well done.